This conference will now be recorded.
లాస్ట్ సెషన్ లో క్రాన్ టైప్ వచ్చింది. అవును, కరెక్ట్.
ఓకే ఓకే. సో అదొకటి షేర్ చేయమన్నారు కదా నన్ను.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ కరెక్ట్. అవును, ఆయన ఎవరో వాళ్ళకి
విష్ణు అనుకుంటా.
విష్ణు, కరెక్ట్. ఆ గ్రూప్ లో పడేయండి. సో గ్రూప్ లో పడేస్తే వాళ్ళు.
షూర్ షూర్.
ఒక్క నిమిషం అండి.
This conference will now be recorded.
So now one of the important command for us is checking the process information. Right. So here the process is nothing but if I started any service on my Linux server, so in the background one process is going to run. Java, I have installed Java. In the background for the Java one process is going to run. Install Jenkins for the Jenkins of process. Tomcat, Apache, like each and every service in the background, the process is going to run. Right. So in our Windows also, right? In our Windows also, will be having the same. So if I go to Task Manager, there you can see all the running processes. And here, if you have any IDs information, I think they are not giving any ID information. Usually, there are apps, and here you can check the services. Yes, this is what process IDs. All the services, what are the services running on my Windows machine, and the corresponding process IDs. Okay. So now here, in the same way, in our Linux machine, if you want to know the process information for a service. Okay. Right. So there, what the command which we are going to use here is ps. So ps is the command which is going to tell us the process information. So now if you want to see the detailed process information, there I am going to use -ef is the option. So now the ps-ef is going to give us the entire running process information. So now here user ID, who triggered the process, and the process ID and the parent process ID information, and the date and time and the terminal, and this is the time and date, and here the process information here. If it is a command also, it is going to treat it is a process, and that's a kind of commands like whatever you are running here. So now if I scroll down here, something like that, the right now what are the command I have on ps-ef, for that also is going to create a process. Who triggered the root. So anything is here to see the more details. Okay, so here I'm not going to see anything. Okay, fine. So now here this is a plain machine. On the machine I have installed Jenkins. Apart from that, nothing is there actually. So for that, you are not going to see the good amount of information here. So usually if the production servers or our development or any other servers, if you verify, there we are going to see huge amount of list, because we are going to set up many softwares, many services are going to run in the background. For each service, one the process ID is going to generate, and that will be running in the background, something like that. So now here in the list, in the huge amount of list, if I want to see a particular service, right? So here this is a small list, like hardly 15 to 20 or 50 max. But in the reality, you are going to see huge amount of list. In the list, if you want to see a particular service is running or not. So now here ps-ef, now the combination of commands. ps-ef is a command. It is going to give us full format listing. -ef means. So -e, every active process on the Linux system, -ef for full format. So -ef is nothing but active process with the full format. Now here, if I want to see a particular process is running or not, a particular service, I mean to say. So now here I want to see whether my Jenkins is running or not. Right, ps-ef is going to give you huge amount of list. On the list, if you want to search a particular word, searching a particular word, the command is grep. That is the reason I am using grep here. So what the ps-ef will do, it is going to give you this amount of output. We'll be sending as input to the grep command. What the grep command is it is going to search for Jenkins. Right. So now here you can see Jenkins is running or not. Yes, it is running. You can see if you see this kind of entries means the service is running. Right. So there is service running on the port 8090. Right. So now here sometimes we are going to see, we need to verify whether a particular service is running or not. Sometimes not, most of the time. If something is failed, people will raise a concern like I am not able to reach the application, or the response time is very slow, something like that. So the first troubleshoot is we are going to go and see whether the particular service is running or not by using this command. If you observe the process is running, then we are good. Okay, fine, it is running. If it is not running, what we will do? We are going to start it. So likewise, this is the first part of troubleshooting. If something is not responding, likewise, if you receive any kind of request. So now here, I am going to search Apache is running or not. A single entry means it is not running. Service HTTPD status. You can see HTTP service is not running. Okay. So now here, if I want to see a particular service running or not, there the command will be ps-ef will give the entire list, full list. Out of that, if I want to search a particular service running or not, and this is the command. Okay. So now here, I want to stop a particular process. I want to stop a particular process. Okay. So there we are going to use some commands, kill and kill -9. I will come back here. So to understand betterly this kill command, we have to see the installation part also. Once the installation part is completed, then we'll come back here. Okay. So as of now, try to remember, if you want to see the complete running process information, ps-ef, and if you want to verify any particular service running or not, then grep service. Okay. So then we'll come back later. Now here, let me take the next command. Now the next command is checking the running services information along with the system utilization information, the resources utilization information on the server, on the system, the top command. So now here I want to see from how long this system is running, or how much load is at present, how much load is there on this system. This information I need. So for that, what I am going to do here is uptime is the command. It is going to give us the information about for how long the system is running for past 3 days, and how many users are connected. Only one user. What is the load on this server? 0 at present, no load. Right. So now uptime is a command is going to give you a brief information, nothing but from how long the system is running, how many users are connected, and what is the load. I want to see more details about the load information. How much CPU utilization, how much memory utilization, what are the processor running, this kind of information. There the top is the command. Now the top command will give the same information like the uptime, from how long the system is running, how many users are connected, and what is the load. Then the more information, how many tasks are running, right? Total total 86 tasks. Out of that, one is running, 49 are sleeping. Any zombie process, any stop process. Right. So here and the CPU utilization, percent of CPU utilization, and the memory utilization, total utilized, free. Right. Then these are the process information which are running here. ps-ef is the command which is going to show you the process information, and also the top is the command. Top will give you the live information. ps-ef command will give you the at present. Suppose I am going to run the ps-ef command at 10:56. Then 10:56 at that time, how much load is there on the system is going to show you. Now 10:57, I want to see the information. Then I need to run the uptime command again. Right. So now the top command is not like that. It is an interactive mode. The live information is going to show us continuously. This top command. Right. So this is the information about the server on the server, and this is the information about the process information, like our PSI function. Right. Then here we can run some kind of shortcuts on the top command. Nothing but if I want to see a specific user and process means, right, so the process are going to trigger by multiple users, like the Shankar is going to trigger one process, Rajesh is going to trigger some other process, like that, right? So then I want to see the Shankar triggered process information or the Rajesh triggered process information, like that. The based on the user, I want to see the process information, right? So there the shortcut is nothing but press U, the key on the keyboard, the U, use the key, press the key U on the keyboard. Then here is going to ask you which user. So now I want to see the EC-user triggered process information. These things, SSH, DSS. Okay, right. So likewise, if you want to see the running process, here the complete running and non-running process information is going to show us. If you want to see the running process information, right, so there the command will be Z. So this is the Z command is going to show you the running process information. Right now the top is running here. Now this Java also running in the background. System AD, the process running information. So the Z is the command which is going to show us all the at the top the priority, the running process information. So likewise, we can stop the process also. We can stop the process also by pressing key K, the key K. Then it's going to ask us the process ID. So now this is the process ID. If I want to stop any process, something like that, simply I need to give the corresponding process ID 177, like that, and enter, so that the particular process is going to stop. We'll see how to stop the how to stop the process, and this is one kind of shortcut with the top command. So now here the top command will give you the live information. The live information is nothing but all the running processes and how much load, what is the utilized memory, what is the utilized CPU, then the running information. Information means the process information, and we can apply some shortcuts. Nothing but I want to see particular user triggered process, like U for user. So Jenkins, I want to see the Jenkins information, Jenkins user. A particular Jenkins, the Java is triggered by the Jenkins. Like that, you can see a particular user triggered process information by pressing U. So like that, if I want to see all the running process information, then press Z, all the running. Right. So likewise, if we want to kill the process, press K, and it's going to ask you the process ID. We'll see the process ID killing later. So this is the way. This is the top command. With the help of the top command, you can see the live information. Then users management. So now here user management, we are not going to do much as a DevOps guy, but understanding is important. So sometimes we need to work with the users management also. also. Right. So now here user management nothing but creation of users, modifying of user, deletion of users. So in our Linux, basically the first thing is you want to see all the users information at present who are there on the system. On the system, the users information I want to see. So for that, we are going to have a file called PASSWD. In the grep command, we have discussed about the PASSWD file. PASSWD is the file which is going to tell you or tell us the users information of this particular server. So now this file will be located under the directory called etc, default location, then cat PASSWD. Right, so this is the users information, and we know all these columns information also, right? Username, encrypted password, user ID, group ID, description, home location, and the shell. Right. So now here, now I know like these are the users are there. These are the system defined users, and these are the users which we have created, like EC2 user and the Jenkins. So now I want to create a user called Shankar. Right. So now if you want to create a user Shankar, then the command will be user add. User add, then username Shankar. User is created. So now here, let's open the file cat PASSWD. You can see Shankar user is created. Right, just you give the username Shankar, then automatically your system will take care of the rest of the information. If you are not provided the information, then the system will take care of the information. Right, so here the username is given as Shankar and user ID is 1001 and the group ID 1001. By default, with the same user, the group ID will be created. Then this is the home location and this is the shell information. Right, so now here I have a user. I require the password of the user, so that by using the username and password, the person is going to log in to the system. Right, so to set up the password, PASSW is the command. PASSW is a file. In the file, we are going to have all the users information. PASSW is a command to set up the password for a user. Now here it is a file. Here it is a command. Now PASSW space the username. So that is going to ask us enter the password. So now I'm going to use Shankar only. Shankar and Shankar. Password is also configured. So now I will come out from the root. I will come out from the root. So if you want to come out from the root, exit is the command. Now you can see the default user EC2-user. Now try to switch with the Shankar. Switch to the user Shankar. To switch any user, SU is the command. Switch, S for switch, U for user. To whom? To the Shankar. Enter. Now it is going to ask us the password. Now the Shankar password is Shankar. We can observe here the user EC2 user is switched to Shankar. Now
Hi,
here the
Shankar.
observation. Yes,
So
yes, Rajesh.
one question. So
Yeah.
when you say like when creating user, so that we will be directly going to PASSWD for file and just creating a new user there itself.
We don't require to go to the file, Rajesh. I'm going to show you where the user's information you're going to see. If you
Okay,
want to
okay.
create a user, simply the command you need to use. That's it.
Okay, okay. User
That's
head.
it.
Okay.
I'm going to show you where the information will be saved.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now here the observation is here PWD. It is going to show you with the default. Default means the previous user, EC2 user here. But I switch it to Shankar. Still here on the home EC2 user. Right, but here you need to switch. If I switch the Shankar means I need to see home Shankar, not the other user. Right, so now here give CD enter so that it will be switched to Shankar home location. Now PWD home Shankar. Right. So once we switch to the user, we are going to see the user will be switched to the new user, but still the home location will be pointed to the existing user. So now to come out from the existing user home location, give CD and enter so that it will be switched to the new switched user home location. Now I am with the Shankar. So now here the same command I can run from the root also. Right, from here also I can run. Where is the root? Here. From the root also I can run the SU Shankar. Why I came to EC2 user? Because root is an admin. Now from the admin to, if you want to switch to some other user like Shankar or Rajesh, there the root does not require any password. Directly by giving the username, you can switch it. You don't require the password. But to show you the password information also, I have switched from the root to EC2 user so that it is going to ask you the password also. Let's see now. I will switch to root. So here from the Shankar, I'm not able to switch to the root because this guy is not having the sufficient privileges. So now here what I will do, I will come out, exit. Now sudo -i. I am in the root. Now try to switch to Shankar, SUSANKR. Right, so it is not going to ask us any password because the admin does not require any password. You can move anywhere. So that is the reason I switch it to the EC2 user so that it is going to ask us password. So now here, let me go back to the root, and here the user add is the command to create a user. User add followed by the user name. This is the command, that's it. Then to set up the password, PSSWD, then user name to set up the password. That's it. From where you need to run? From the root. Admin has to create the users from the root. Now I want to modify the user's information. I want to modify the user information. So now
So we
to
can
modify the user information, yeah,
we can sorry Shankar, so to create a user we can be on any of the folder, right? Any of the path, but we should be in the
any of
root.
the paths. Exactly.
Okay,
You
okay,
can be any folder. It is not related to with the path or with the folders.
okay,
It is a user creation. It can be anything.
okay, okay,
Okay.
Shankar.
So then,
Yeah.
yeah, before going for the modification, let me show you some other options also. So now here, when I created a user, create etc psswd, there we can see only the username I have provided. The rest of the information is picked by the system. Now this rest of the information I want to pass along with the user creation. So nothing but I want to pass a shell information. So now by default, the shell is taken as a bin bash. Now user add Shankar -s is for the option for shell. -s option for the shell. So now here I want to, sorry, already Shankar is there. I'm going to create Rajesh. Now I want to set up the shell for the Rajesh is, instead of bin bash, I want to give bin sh. This is the shell information I want to provide to the user Rajesh, not with the default. Enter. Okay, sorry, -e is for the date, -s for the shell. So now the shell is added. Now cat etc psswd. You can observe here, instead of the bash, the shell is added. So like that, while creating the user, we can pass the information of the other properties. -d is for the home. There are all the options. Hyphen hyphen. home directory. -d or -home. So here I'm going to use -d. So now here cat etc psswd. Now the Mohan, okay, Moham something user is created, but the home location for the Mohan is opt. By default is home. So like that, we can pass the properties also, so that it is going to take the options whatever you are providing while creating the user. Otherwise, the system will allocate if you don't pass anything. Right. So now once you have created the user, then I want to change the Mohan home location from opt to home. Usually every user home location should be under home and the username. But here we have passed as a opt for the opt directory for the Mohan. But now I want to change it. So to update the user information, user mod -d. What do you want to update? I want to update as a home Mohan, not opt. To whom? The user Moham. User mod command not found. Let me see the syntax. User add and user mod. User mod is the command. Correct one I have given. User, okay. Spelling is wrong. USER. Spelling is wrong. User mod. So now here, open the file cat etc psswd. Right. So now here opt Mohan is changed to home Mohan. Right. So here the two things. One is while creating the user, provide the information, the other options, or create a user first, then modify accordingly by using user mod. Both the ways. Both the ways we can handle the options. Right. So now here if you want to change the shell, again the same option -s. Right. So now here user mod is the option to modify user. Then I don't want the user. Delete it. So now here user del, then I want to delete the Mohan. Now try to open the file cat etc psswd. Now see, Mohan is gone. No more Mohan user. But here, if I go to the home location, there still I can see. Okay, Mohan is gone. Huh? Okay, let me delete some other user. User del Shankar. cd home ls. Still I can see Shankar is not deleted from the home location, from the home directory. But if I go to the etc, I don't see any Shankar. User Shankar is deleted, but not from the home location. Still I can see a directory for the Shankar in the home directory. Right. So if I delete a user means I should delete everything of the user. It's not like only delete the user and leave the rest of the user content. Right. It has to delete the user content as well as user also. There we should use user del, then -r recursively delete all the stuff of the particular user. User del -r Rajesh. Now ls. From the home location, Rajesh is gone. Cat etc psswd. Here also the Rajesh is gone. Right. So now this is where user creation, user add. To modify the user, user mod. To delete the user, user del. That's it. 3 commands. With the help of the 3 commands, you can manage the users on the system. Right. So now here sometimes we require the user whoever you are going to create, the user require the admin privileges so that the guy is going to run the commands of software installations, configuration modifications, or some kind of configuration file deletions. Right. So during the setup process, the user require the access of admin privileges. So now to provide the admin privileges for the user or a group, we have a file in the Linux. sudoers is the file. In our Linux, we are going to have a file called sudoers, like our passwd. Passwd is a command. Sorry, passwd is a command to change the password. Passwd is a file where you can find all the users information. Like that, sudoers is a file where you can set up the privileges, the admin privileges for a user or for a group. So now where you can find the file? All the configuration files you can find under etc directory. Now try to go to the etc directory. Now see, search for sudoers file. This is the one. So now here ls-l sudoers. Now it is a very sensitive file. That is the reason you can see only the read access, no write access. No write access. Right. Now if I want to modify the file, I cannot modify because the file is not provided any modification access. So now here to modify the file, open with the editor vi sudo, right? Try to modify it. You can see changing a read-only file. We cannot modify the file. So right. So now here, if I want to modify the file, I require to change the permission that I need the write access also. R means read. I need the write access also. So now there are two ways. One is change the permission of a file. Nothing but update the file permissions from the read to write, then modify it and remove the write permissions. Otherwise, someone can modify the file again. So now here, that is one way. The second way is shortcut. You don't require to give any permissions here. Direct shortcut you can use va sudo. This is only for the root. Admin can run this command va sudo. So now here I am not going to change any permissions. Simply I am going to run va sudo. Now the file will be opened with the updated mode. So now here we can find the file root information. These are all the properties, system level properties, and search for the root. So here you can see allow root to run any commands anywhere. Any command anywhere. Now as of now the root will be having the access. So now here I want to give the user, some other user also, all the permissions. So now here what I'm going to do, repeat the record, and here I'm going to change Shankar. So like that, if you want to provide the admin privileges along with the root, we require to go to the sudoers file and add the record with all means for all the commands, and all means if you want to connect with the no password or you want to connect to the password, the connectivity mechanism. Right. So now this is the section for the user level, and here we're going to see on the group level. Right. So usually we are going to have the DevOps group, developers, testers. So now there you are not going to give the permission on a user level. We are going to give the permission on a group level. So now when you want to add a group, here we need to add the group. So now this is the user level and this is the group level. So now here, once we are updated the file, then save it to save :wq. That's it. So here we don't require to modify the permissions here. Simply you can go with the shortcut. We'll see how to modify these permissions in the later section. We are going to see. That is the reason I'm not covering here. So now here, sudoers is the file where you are going to give the permission for the individual users or a group, then save the content. So now to modify a file, there we're required to change the permissions or simply go with the command vs shortcut. Right. So now here let's move to the group management. Group. So now here like we have a PSSWD file, there you can find all the what is called users information. Correct. So likewise, I want to see the groups information. Right. So because in the organization we are going to see the testers as a group, developers as a group, DevOps as a group, administrator as a group. Right. So the advantage of the group, everyone knows, right? Instead of giving individual level of permissions, give on the group level and add users to the group. That's what the group advantage. So now if I want to see the group information, like the sudoers is a file, sorry, PSSW is a file where you can find all the users information. So likewise, if I want to see the groups information, there you can find a file called group. Group is a file. So now let's open the file cat group. Now you can see all the groups information. If you are not having any your custom groups information, by default it will create for every each group for each user. For ECT user one group, Jenkins for one group. Suppose I am going to create a Rajesh user. Now cat etc psswd, you can find a user called Rajesh. Likewise, open the group file Rajesh. So automatically with along with the user, the group also created on the groups file. Right. But this is not I'm looking for actually. Right. I want to add users to the group so that when I'm going to give certain permission to the group, all the users are going to applicable to the set of permissions. Right. So now here, how to add a user to the group. So now here, before adding a group, I require a group. Before adding a user to the group, I require a group. Right. So as of now, these are the default groups which are created as part of the user. When the user is created automatically with the same username, the group is also created. Right. But here, right. So now here, first let's create a group, then add the users to the group. So now to create a group add is the command. To create a user add. Same. Just a keyword user, here the group, baki sub same. So now here to create a group add, what is the group you want to create? I want to create a group called DevOps. Now open the file. You can see a DevOps group is created. Now I want to add the users to the group. I want to add the Rajesh. Rajesh is a DevOps engineer. I don't want to give the permission on a user level. I want to give the permission on a group level. So for that, we are going to create a group. Now I need to add the users to the group. Adding users to the supplementary group. So there we are going to use shortcut called -ag. -a means append, G means groups. Right. So now here I want to add the user to the group. So now here what I am going to do, user mod is the command to modify the user information, and also user mod is the command which is going to use to add a user to the group also. Both the roles it is going to play. So -a for append, capital G for the group. So whom you want to add? I want to add the user Rajesh to where? To the DevOps group. Sorry, it should be reverse. DevOps and whom you want to add? I want to add the user Rajesh. Now cat group, you can observe here a user is added to the DevOps group. Now you don't bother about the permission on the user level. You are going to bother about on the group level. Right. So this is what here we can use user mod command to modify the user information as well as to add a user to the group. Right. So now here group add. So these are the commands which is not most important for us. That is the reason I'm skipping it. So if you want to have it, if you are having a time, just go through it. But it's not that much important for us. Anyway, this management is not important for us, but for the understanding, we are going to see. So now here the other important command for us is changing the ownership. Changing the ownership. Right. So now here we'll see changing the ownership later. Before that, I want to delete the group. So now here I can see group creation, group add, group modification, group mod. So now here, what you want to modify here in the group level, right? On the user level, yes, we can modify the home location, we can modify the shell, we can modify the description. Like that, we have the options. But here on the group level, you don't have any options. Simply group name and followed by the group ID and followed by the user's information. So now here with the group mod, what we can do, we can rename the group. So now here group mod. Now here this DevOps, I want to change it to caps DevOps. Group mod -n DevOps. I want to change it as a DevOps. Again, reverse. DevOps. So now cat group, you can see it is renamed from the lower to caps. So like that, with the help of the group mod command, what we can do, simply we can modify the existing group. So now group del is the command to delete the group. I want to delete the group DevOps. Cat group. No more the group is DevOps is exist. Gone. That's straight simple commands. User add or group add. To create a user or to create a group. User mod or group mod to modify. User del or group del. Like that. That's it. Simple commands to manage the user and to manage the group. So now here the important command for us is changing the ownership of a file. Right, so let me go to the home directory of the root ls. Nothing is there. I'm going to create a file called touch sample.txt. ls-l. Now we can see for both the directory as well as the file, the owner information is root and the group information is root. By default, owner name will be displayed as a group if you don't change the group information. So now here I have this group. Sorry, not the group. I have this file, and this file owner information I want to change. Now the owner and the group both are same. So now I want to change the owner or the group or the both. So now to change the owner or to change the group or to change the both owner as well as the group, there the chown is the command. Change ownership. Chown is nothing but change ownership. So now here, which file or which directory owner you want to change, right? The chown can be used on both file level as well as on the directory level, right? So now if you want to use on the file level, so now here this is my file. Now here the file owner information I want to change, right? So now here I want to change from the root to ec2-user, a separate user. To whom? On the file sample.txt. Now here you can see ls-l. Only the owner is changed, not the group. Right. So now here my requirement is, as I said, you can change only the owner, you can change only the group, or we can change both. So now here I want to change the group as well. So now here what I'm going to do, chown, then colon ec2-user. Now colon has to be given. Left side of the colon is ec2-user, nothing but the owner, and right side of the colon is the group one, group information. Enter ls-l. You can see both the owner and as well as group is changed. Now here I want to change only the group, not the owner. So now here when you want to change only the group, remove the owner information, but column should be exist. If you don't mention the column, it will treat as a user owner information. Here I did not mention any column, so that is the reason straight away it changed the owner information. The owner is changed. Now when you want to change the group, then you need to provide the column. If you don't want to touch the owner, leave it as it is blank. Then colon, then followed by the new user information. So now here I want to give again from the EC2-user to root for the group. So now ls-l. Owner is not touched, but the group is changed from the EC2-user to root. Right, this is the how we can change the owner information or the group information by using chown. Now what about the directories? Right, so because directories will be having some amount of content. So now here I'm going to create a directory mkdir, suppose devops. Now I have a directory called devops. Now I will switch to the devops, touch Jenkins file and Docker file. Two files are created, mkdir ansible, cd ansible, touch deploy playbook. Some content I'm trying to add here, right? So now ls-l for the deploy playbook. Who is the owner? Root. Who is the group? Root. Now let me come back from the Ansible. Now I'm in the DevOps directory. Here in the DevOps directory, I'm having one subdirectory called Ansible and two files, ls-l. All are having the owner and group as a root. So now here on the group level, I mean to say on the directory level, I want to change the ownership. So now here chown, and from the root I want to change it to ec2-user for the owner, to whom? DevOps. Let's see what will happen here. No errors, nothing. ls-l, I can see successfully the DevOps directory owner is changed to ec2-user successfully. Now let's go to the DevOps directory, cd DevOps, ls-l. I can see one of the means only the parent directory owner is changed. If I use something like that on the directory level, not inside the content of the directory. Right, in the directory you can have subdirectories, you can have a bunch of files. I want to change all together in a single shot, not like go one by one like that. So now what you can do, come out on the DevOps, where the DevOps is located. Here the DevOps is located. chown-r recursive. Right, so now whom you want to change? I want to change the owner information as ec2-user, to whom? To the DevOps directory. The only change is capital -r, that's it. Enter. Now ls-l, there you can see ec2-user. One second, Rajesh.
Okay, Shankar.
So now here I can see the DevOps parent directory owner is changed to EC2 user. Now let's switch to the DevOps directory CD DevOps and ls. I can see this content ls-l. All the content, including the subdirectories also, you can see EC2 user. Go to the Ansible ls-l like that. So like that, the entire directory ownership also can be changed with the help of -r option. CHOWN-r is the option. Okay, so this is one of the important command for us. If you want to change ownership of a file or a directory, there we can use CHOWN, changing the ownership. If I want to handle the directories, -r has to be used. Otherwise, you can ignore the -r for a file. So now permissions on the file level, permissions on the directory level. Just now we have covered permission on the owner level, like the user level and the group level, and now permissions on the file level or directory level. Right. So now here, this is also one of the important command for us, changing the permissions on the file level as well as directory level. So now here I can see there is a file called sample.txt, ls-l. Now we can see here a string. Let's try to understand the string first. So now here in this string, the first position is going to tell us whether this content is a file or a directory. If the D is placed, means it is a directory. Hyphen is there in the first position, nothing but a file, a regular file. Hyphen means a regular file. Files will be having different formats, character file, block file, something like that. If you are saying a hyphen means it's a regular file. So now here, if I want to find whether it is a file or a directory, simple ls-l command will tell us the first position. Then we are going to see 9-character block here, 9-character block. So now here the first block, first 3, the second block, then next 3, the third block, last 3. So like that, we are going to see 9 bytes block or 9 characters block, whatever it may be, 9 position block. So now in the block 9 will be divided into 3 parts. So now the first part going to represent owner information. Owner information, nothing but owner permission set. Whoever is the owner for the file or a directory. Now suppose if I take the sample, EC2 user is the owner. Now what kind of permissions the owner is having? R for read, W for write, X for execute. Executing of a files, executing of a directories. So now here the 3 block set is going to tell us the first block in the 3 set. In the 3 set, the first block will be read, and the second block will be the write, and the third block will be the execute. So now here the next 3 block. The next 3 block is going to tell us the group permissions. Owner permissions is the first 3, and the group permissions is the next 3. Now here you can see all the permissions are provided to the owner. Only the read and execute to the group, means they should not touch the configurations. If they are having the right permissions, they can modify anything. So that is the reason. Apart from the admin, apart from the owner, the other folks will be having the read access. Hardly, sometimes they require the executive access also. That is the reason we are not going to give any kind of modification access. We are going to give the read and executive access for a user or a folder. Right. So now here I want to add or I want to delete the permissions of a folder or a directory. Now suppose if I take the sample.txt. Now here the owner will be having only the read and write, no executable permissions. The group is having only the read permissions, no write and execute permissions, and the third block is for the others. So in the 9 block characters, the first 3 for the user, nothing but the owner who created the file or a directory. The next 3 block for the group ownership information, the group permissions, and the next 3 is for the others who are not belongs to the particular organization, anyone, the third persons. So now here only the owner will be having the read and write, still the owner is not having the executable permission. But for all the folks, nothing but for the group folks, the group will be having the read permissions. Then whoever is not belongs to the either owner or group, the other folks will be having the read permissions. So now here I want to change the permissions. Now here I want to add executable permission to the owner also. Now if you want to add the permissions or you want to delete the permissions, there that can be done in 2 ways. Changing the permissions of a file or a directory can be done in 2 ways. One is characteristical representation. The second one is numerical representation. One is the char and the second one is the number. Right. So now here we'll go with the both the ways, with the char and with the number also. Then later on you guys can decide which one is easy for you. You can follow that one. But yes, we have 2 options to change the ownership of a file or a directory. Right. So let's see how to change the ownership of a file or directory with the help of characteristical representation. So now here the characteristical representation is nothing but we are going to have u, nothing but user, nothing but the owner, g, nothing but the group, o, nothing but others. So now this is the information, right? So now here the first 3 for the owner, the next 3 for the group, and the next 3 for the others. So right, so now here if you want to modify the permissions on the owner level, or the user level, or the group level, sorry, or the group level or the others level. So now U represents the owner, G represents the group, and O represents the others. Right. So now here then the permissions. So this is about owner, group, and other. Now the permissions is read, write, execute. Now the permissions are read, write, and execute. Right. So when you want to modify any permissions for a user, then you need to go with the options for the user level and followed by the access level, read, write, and execute. Right. So let's see how to change it. So now here to apply the permissions, the command will be chmod. Chmod is the command which is going to change, which is going to modify the permissions of a file or directory. Chmod. Right. So now I want to give executable permission to the owner. For the sample.txt, no executable permission, no x. So now here what you want to do? I want to add a permission. So right, so chmod to whom? Owner, user, adding plus. What you want to add? I want to add the executable permission x or wx to whom? To the sample.txt file. Now ls-l. Now you can observe here the x is added. So likewise, I want to give the right permission for the group as well as others also. I want to give the right permission for the both group as well as others. The same command. So now chmod. Now if you want to give the right permissions on the group level, G plus W, right for W. Then on the file, like this. Then again run the command to give the permission on the others level. Then I'm going to run the command again. Then I'm going to use O for other. Okay. So now here instead of running 2 commands, I want to go with the single shot. Means I want to change the permissions. I want to add the right permission both the group level as well as for the others also. So further what we can do, we can club together. So now here O for others and G for group. G O group others. Then what do you want to give? I want to give right permission. That's it. Single shot ls-l. Both the folks, groups as well as others, right got the right permission. So likewise, I want to give to the both the executable permission X. So now what will happen here? It is trying to update the permissions for the sample.txt by adding write and executable permission to the group as well as others. This command enter ls-x. Already write permission is given. Now we are going to give the executable permission. Now all the folks, owner, group, others, all the three teams got the read, write, execute, read, write, execute, read, write, execute. Means anyone can do anything on this file. Now I want to remove the write permissions. The write permission for the group as well as others. Now if you want to remove the write permission for the group as well as others, now chmod to whom? To the group as well as others. What do you want to do? I want to remove minus. Minus is for to remove. What do you want to remove? W. I want to remove the write permissions. On the file sample.txt ls-l. Now you can observe here. The write permissions are gone for the both as well as both group level and others level. Right. So likewise, chmod can be used to change the permissions by using these options. UGO A for all, A for all, and read, write, execute. Right. So now here, this is the one way of giving the permissions with the help of characteristical representation. The second way is numerical representation. Okay, I don't want to go with the UGO something like that. The other way, I want to go with the numerical representation. So now here, let's see how to use the numerical representation here. So now for the read permission, they have given the number called 4. For the write permission, they have given the number called 2. And the read write, the next one is executable. Executable permission is 1. So this is the number representation they have given for the read, for the write, for the execute. Right. So now here, by using the numbers, let's change the permissions. Now here, user, we are going to have two sets. One is user, one set is user, group, and others. This is one set, and the other set is read, write, execute. Right. So now on the permission level, we need to take care of. You want to give the user level permissions, group level permissions, others, and what kind of permissions you want to provide. Read permissions, write permissions, execute permissions. Now we have seen with the characteristical way of representation, nothing but by using GO, U, R, W, X like that. Plus is for to add, minus is for to remove. So now the same thing I want to achieve with the numbers. Right. So now here, this 9 characteristical block is going to represent as a 3 character block. The 9 is going to convert as a 3 character block. So now out of 3, the first one will be for the owner, and the second one will be for the group, and the third one will be for the others. What is the 1, 2, 3 means? The 3 character position here. The 3 characters. So now here, the first one, owner. Now for the owner, what kind of permissions you want to provide? Right. So now here for the owner, right now it is going to have read write executable, right? So now here I don't want to give the executable permission for the owner also, right? So now how we are going to give, how we are going to remove the permissions for the owner by using numerical way. Chmod, here we are not going to touch this stuff, other stuff and the group stuff and other stuff, right? So now what is the number here? For that, this is in the 3 character block, this complete 3 is 1, and the next 3 will be 2, and the next 3 will be 3. So now here for the each permissions they have given a numerical representation. R for the R4, for the write 2, and for the 1 execute. Right. So now here I don't want to touch these two, group and others. I want to give the permission to the read write executable, the first one up. Right. So now here first let's handle with the group and others level. Now the group is having read and executable. For the read, now here how we are going to handle the situation, we are going to add together. Now add together is nothing but here read and R and X is there for the group. Now for R the numeric is 4, and for the X the numeric is 1. Now club it, 4 plus 1, 5. Now for the others also having the read and executable. Read for 4, X for 1, 4 plus 1, 5. So now I need to take the first position, owner level. Now one is having the read write execute all together, means 4 plus 2 plus 1, 7. He is having the 7. Now I want to remove the write permission, the executable permission for the owner also. So now if you want to remove the executable permission, or if you want to remove the, suppose I want to remove the write permissions for the owner. So now to remove the write permissions, the number is 2 for the write. Now he is having all together read write execute, means read for 4, write for 2, and executable for 1. 4 plus 2 plus 1, 7 is there. Now here I don't want the write. For the write 2, 7 minus 2, 5. Use 5. Sample.txt. Right. So now see, with the numerical way, you don't worry about G plus O and plus WX, G O minus W something. Simply with the 3 number position. Right. So now 4 plus 1 is added, nothing but read and executable permission will be applied on the file for the owner EC2 user. Let's see. ls-l. Now you can observe here all the groups will be having the same set of permissions. Then then here I want to give read write executable, read write executable, read write executable for owner, for the group, for the others. All permission to all with the help of numbers. Read 4, write 2, 4 plus 2, 6, executable 1, 4 plus 2 plus 1, 7. If you want to give all set of permission to all, means 7, 7, 7. Chmod 7, 7, 7. Boom. Sample.txt. Now ls-l. Right. So now up to us, which is easy for you. Whether if the characteristical way is easy for you, go with the char. If the number is easy for us, go with the number. Right. So now if you want to give only the read permissions to all, read means 4. Right. So now if you want to give only the read means, now here what I'm going to do, chmod 4 sample, so that all will be having read. I want to give read write for the owner, rest of the folks should be read. Right. So now read write for the owner means 4 plus write 2 means 6. 6. Rest should not be touched. 4, 4. Now here ls-l, read write r. Right. So the numbers represented in easy once you understand thoroughly or clearly. Right. So this is the way. This is the way to change the permissions to the files or directories. Directories also the same. The name you need to provide. That's it. So now here I have explained the both the ways, char as well as the number. I'm going to say numbers. Changing the one we have covered. Changing the group. Changing the group permissions. Ch group EC2 hyphen user. Okay. CHOWN is the command change ownership. We have used to change the owner as well as the group for a particular file. If you want to change the group directly, there is a command available chgrp. This is also can be used to change the group permissions. But anyway, CHOWN is the one which are going to use regularly. So we are not going to use the CH group specifically separately. Right. So this is the permission thing. So CHOWN is the command to change the owner of the group information to a particular file or directories. And on the file level or directory level, if you want to change the permissions, then char representation and as well as the number representation. Right. So then here the next command, compressing. Okay. I think it is having some content. Okay, fine. So I will stop it here, Rajesh. So 12 o'clock is already. We'll
Okay,
see
sure.
the rest of the parts from the 34 from the 34. I will
Yeah.
see. So package management is important, like installations and the start. This is one is important for us actually. 37 is it will take some time. And from the 39 is the direct commands. So once we move from the 39, 37, hardly it will take 15 minutes or 20 minutes. This commands.
Okay, Shankar.
So maybe most probably
Tomorrow.
tomorrow if you plan for 1.5 hour, then we can cover max.
Okay.
Okay, Rajesh.
Okay, Shankar.
I will try to set up on 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. Okay.
10 p.m.
Uh,
5:30. Okay, yeah.
5:30 p.m. 5:30 a.m. for you.
5:30 p.m. 5:30 p.m.
5:30 p.m. Right. So if possible, so that if you sit for 2 hours, we can wind up the
Yeah,
Linux
sure.
commands.
Sure.
If possible. Okay. Na?
Yeah.
If any
Yeah.
chance, tomorrow my 10 a.m. will work for you.
If that is the case, then no, that's not a problem, Shankar. I will get up. That's not a problem.
But anyway, I cannot give you assurance, Rajesh, because tomorrow based on the tomorrow thing I can give you. But anyway,
Okay.
tomorrow 10 a.m. means 5 for you 5 a.m.
5:30.
Okay. Anyway, we'll take that much of we don't take that much of risk. Let's
Mm.
plan for the night only. So that will be
Okay.
easy for you and for me. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Shankar.
So
Sure. Thank you.
yeah. Okay, Rajesh. So any doubts here until
No,
now?
Shankar. I got one doubt in Jenkins, not here.
Let me
The
know
only
what's the
thing,
doubt.
so I've changed the port number on sys config file for the Jenkins
Okay.
to
Okay.
8090, and I restarted the Jenkins server. But
Okay.
the UI is actually taking the earlier ports, that is 8080 still.
No, you restarted the service.
Yeah, I restarted the service, and again it is, but the file is still showing me 8090. But the UI Jenkins user interface actually logging with 8080 server like port only.
That should not be the case actually. Do you have your system in front of you?
Yeah, I'm on the system itself. I'm on the system itself.
Can you share the like
Shall I how to share? Yeah.
stop sharing? Let me give you the control. Make Rajesh make presenter. Now I think you can share your screen, Rajesh.
Yes, Shankar. One second. You able to see my screen?
Yes. I'm able to see it.
Yeah. So here, I should be going to etc. Yeah, etc.
This config /etc/sysconfig.
Yeah, slash it. Sorry. Uh-huh. Where is that file, Jenkins? Oh, it is not here. I think I'm on the right folder.
No, I think you are not in the Jenkins server. Service Jenkins status. Service Jenkins status.
It's in the same folder, but I'm actually not in the right.
Let's search for the file name. Find. We have the command line handy. Find
Fine.
backslash backslash. Sorry, I meant to say forward slash, not the backslash.
Okay.
No. What you're giving there, I don't. Just wait. Find backslash forward slash.
Yeah.
Space hyphen type. Space
Okay.
hyphen type space f hyphen hyphen f only f hyphen type f hyphen name space Jenkins.
Right.
Enter. Correct. Enter. Now see
Yeah.
where the file is.
I think the file is in here.
Already you are in the same right? It is config.
Yeah.
We try to open the file. We are Jenkins. If it is there now, it will open. We are cat Jenkins sometime.
Yeah.
Yes,
Here.
it is there now. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is the port here?
8090.
I'm not able to see clearly. Okay, anyway, fine. Okay, now try to open on the browser.
So it's still taking me. So let me.
I think it is a cache issue, Rajesh. So can you
Okay.
open some other browser, internet or something?
Okay. 1 second. Still going.
Still going? Okay. Restart the service once. Restart the service once. Go to the server. Save the file. Service
1 second.
Jenkins.
Okay.
Now go to the browser and see. Server Jenkins restart.
Still going
Same
with the
port number.
80. Yeah, same port number
Okay.
80.
What is the IP number? Let me give me the IP number, Rajesh. Tell me the IP number.
3 dot
Jenkins
18
IP.
dot. Yeah.
3.18.
106
106
200.
200 colon
Yeah.
8080.
Yes.
Okay. So do one thing now.
Yeah.
Let's change the port number from 8090 to some 9090 something and see. Something.
Insert.
Wait. I got it. I got it actually. So can you like I am not able to see the screen clearly.
Oh, use it. Use it. 1 second. Might be is very small.
Very
I'm
small
using.
actually.
I'm using very big one. Yeah, Shankar.
You did it, but still I cannot see the something is happening. Something is happening. Okay. Now cool. Okay. So now here
Okay.
now. So here now. Just only one thing we need to observe, Rajesh. So here,
Yeah.
the first positions, if you observe the first positions, hash.
Yeah.
Hash is nothing but commented out.
Okay.
The line is commented out. So since you are trying to change the commented out part, so anyway that is not going to applicable.
Okay.
So now
Should I change
here,
it?
no, don't change. So here that
Mm-hmm.
is the description they are providing, but that is
Okay.
not the property.
Okay.
Go down, go down. Yes, the S. Stop there. Stop there. Jenkins underscore port is the property.
Okay.
Okay, so that one has to be changed.
Okay.
Not change it to 90 or something. Now save it and restart it.
All right.
That's it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Shankar.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
So
Thank you very much.
anyway, following na. So,
Yeah. Shankar.
so
I'm actually making